Hey everybody, how's it going? Superfiend here, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster. All right, we're going to continue here with this little monorail station in our pirate area. And before we get too involved in it, I do just want to make sure that everything is going hunky-dory over here. So let's zoom out, zoom in, and look at we still got a big old mess over here. This thing is broken down. What's going on with this thing? Nobody likes it now. Okay, let's check her out. We are losing a wee bit of money every month. We got more than $500,000 in the bank, so we are doing fine. We still got this marketing campaign that's been going forever. Let's just make sure that all the staff are here. Okay, I get the feeling... No, this is... If this was a shopkeeper, I was going to say I get the feeling that they quit and came back. Where is this guy? Let's go find him. There he is. He's right there. See, look at it. He can't get anywhere. He's just like, come on, let me through. Let me through. Excuse me. Excuse me. So, yeah, a little noisy down there, too. Let's zoom out a bit. Whoosh. But everybody's doing okay, right? Let's look at the attractions and the shops. Let's make sure that they're all still open. They're turning a tiny profit. The hats is doing good, which is weird because a couple episodes ago the hats was shut down as if they're all angry and they're not gonna buy stuff, and then now it's the most profitable shop. So, you know, who can explain how these things work? Food and drink still always a big issue. Let's do the. Let's look at the facilities. 447 people using the bathroom. Wow, okay. Rides and attractions. So now we're getting the things are old, aging, old and old. So that's no bueno. That's probably why Twisty Turny's just losing money left and right. Nobody's in line. So let's just go ahead and rebrand. Spend the money. Okay, what is this? The Care-O Swell. And we'll do a little arrow. We got to do this every now and then because what the heck just happened? Okay. Let's go back to little arrow. As I was saying, we got to do this a little. We got to do this every now and then because it keeps our rides as established, and we want to keep their reputations as established pretty much until we open the actual park. Man, this one costs a lot to rebrand. Don't know why that should cost $6K, but it does. Freaky Flyers. And let's see, the Whirly Rig. And okay, everything's good, so they'll start going on them again pretty soon. Actually, Freaky Flyers has already got a full queue. The Whirly Rig's got a full queue. Gosh, man, it's almost tempting to go in here and like mess with these paths a little bit because this is like, what year is it in the game? Year 30. 30 years pretty much of people just like stuck here in this giant pile. But okay, that's all done. Everything's taken care of. Everybody's happy. No problems. Yes, we know the ride's not complete. We know that it's not been tested. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now let's turn our attention back over to this. And what I want to do this episode is I kind of want to address this side of the monorail coaster station. I want to see if we can squeeze something in over here. Definitely want to do some stuff over here. And I don't know what we're going to do over here. But, I just don't like the way this all looks and is laid out. And we're going to see if we can do something a little bit more fun and creative with it. And first thing we're going to do towards the goal of that endeavor is, let's see, we already used one of these buildings over here. Should we add another one over here? I think we should. You know, let's see. Here's the front. This one. Oh, okay, and these are all still part of the same blueprint, so we'll duplicate, plop, and split. Look at that. Look at that efficiency. You only get that kind of efficiency from a guy that chases semicolons for most of his life. Okay, here we go. If you don't know what I mean, it's because I'm a programmer. And let's see, where are we going to put this? Like right here? Right here looks good. You know, I kind of like that. I think we got to let's see. Either we got to lift it up or sink it down. We got to sink it down. Oh, come on. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I like it. And you know, these ones, they have the exact same identical porch. So let's go ahead and throw some variation in here. It'll make us seem like we are more creative when really we're not more creative. We're just using the same stuff over and over again. Let's move this over here. And should we do a wood porch? Why not a wood porch, right? Yeah, let's do a little wood porch like that. And then let's get rid of, you know, not all of them. We'll do it this way. Scenery. Where are the lights? The fire torches. Standing torch. Is this what I want? This is what's already there. You could get really silly and like hang a stupid chandelier off of it. No, that's not going to work. No. I do like these iron lamps, iron square lampposts. I do like them. It's just they're not pirate to me. But you know, pirates knew how to make metal. Maybe it's just the base of it that I have a problem with. What happens if we like wedge it down to that? Then it's not really believable that it could like stand up, is it? I feel like we could use these if they had a better base, a base that said pirate. So maybe I'll have to think about that. I think what we're going to use for this one, I think we'll just use the standing torch. So what we'll do is we'll hit X, standing torch, and we'll push it forward. And then we'll do this one, X, standing torch, push it forward, and then we'll just get rid of these. Okay, and now with these ones, let's see, let's do like so. And we're just making sure that the feet fit on the wood platform. And what else could we do? What else could we do to break things up a little bit here? You know, I kind of have a problem with the bushes. Now that I think about it, these bushes just kind of sitting there on the pathway like that on this hard concrete. It's like, how are they growing? We need to make like a planter or something, don't we? We're gonna have to do that at some point. I think for now I'll ignore it, but I think we do have to come back and kind of do something about that. Ironwood's too big. That one's too big. What else could we put in here? Okay, let's take out all of these ones. And let's replace it with the... You know, I wish that there was a way to, like, hold down... let's see, like, Alt or... What does Shift do? In Control. Alt. And then you could, like, change the scale of things. So if you held Alt and, like, dragged it to the right, it would increase this thing in all dimensions. Because this would actually be a pretty cool bush if it was bigger. This one's a little bit bigger. So, you know, we could get away with using this one. Okay, so let's see. I think we'll use this, and we'll put one there, one here. Let's change the color. Go blue and a slightly different blue, so they're not identical. And we'll just kind of wedge it in like that. Push it down a little, and then this one can go over here. And we'll twist it like that. And then, okay, now we'll do Control X. And now I think we can go ahead and squeeze like this one in. We'll just, no, too tiny. Too tiny. What about this one? Oh, this one works good. I like this one. And let's change the color here to... Isn't that kind of what it starts out as? Okay, where would be like an orange? It looks off. Maybe it's because it's not bright. Or it's not in the sun. I don't know. It just seems kind of off. But orange it is. Okay? Orange it is. I do not want to spend too much time freaking out over the color of the flowers. Maybe this one will be a little bit brighter orange. Oh, come on. Come on. I canceled it. There. Oh boy. You know, how many times can you fail in a row doing something this simple? How many? How many do you think? There. Okay, I'm not going. Forget it. I'm done with that. I already failed too many times to get it that far, and it's as far as we're taking it. And let's see. How's it look at night? Yep. Good. Okay. And we got to get a couple more buildings over here. I do kind of like this one. I do kind of like it. We could... Okay, so let's see here. Let's Control X. Okay. Working off of this superior creativity we got going here, where we just make something once and use it 37 times. Let's kind of push it back this way. Okay, and we'll make a few changes to this one. Let's see. I think what we'll do to start is we'll get rid of that. And then, of course, this no longer fits, huh? And let's just go ahead. Let's get rid of all this stuff up there. They don't need a trapdoor. They don't need a lantern. And let's get rid of this flag and replace it with a different flag. Or something different entirely. What about the small rigging? What does that look like if we put this here? It doesn't make any sense. Why would that even be on the building, huh? I wish they had some of these that like looked piratey, but I don't even know what that would look like. Or if you could just change the color. How come you can't change the color on these? Like we should be able to change the yellow and the red. That would seem logical to me. Okay. Focus on the goal. Where's our flags? Am I crazy? All right. More filters, scenery theme, pirate. They are in here, right? The flags? No, they're over here. Scenery theme. Pirate. Okay, where are the flags? Where are the flags? They're right in front of me. I am... Okay. You know what? My brain's just not working so good today, is it? Let's see. Let's lift this up. There we go. And I don't like how this is hanging over that, so let's slide these over. Okay. Let's just put them over there like that. And good. And instead of the little window, let's why a skull? Why not a skull? And then we'll just put a couple iron hooks here. And yep, I'll call that done. Happy with that. And then now, what are we just going to put right over here? Let's go over to our building pool. And we got some more down here. These are the bricks. You know what? Okay, let's grab this one. And we'll just get rid of the boat. Because I do like this building. I like it, but I don't want the boat. Okay. And zoop! There we go. See, so much easier to make things and then use them and take stuff away that you don't want, isn't it? And we got to get one more building in there. Let's see, what do we want to get? We just used one with the boat. 3x1. Can we fit a 3x1 in there? Oh, I like this one. It's got boats too, but you know what? We're gonna use this one. Okay. This one will require some modification, won't it? Okay, let's see how we can get this one here. I really like this building. I think it looks cool. Okay, so that's good enough for that. Let's all right, what are we gonna take away here? Let's get rid of our boat, but not these. Okay. And then let's get rid of our boat on this side. Okay. And now we need to wedge this guy in here, right? So I think if we take this one. Okay. And then just take those off the edge. And then now does this fit? I think it fits. We may need to take away some of the feet around the bottom of it, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we'll be okay. Okay, and what do we got going on here? I think we're going to be able to come in and maybe take the nets off the back. Okay, if we take these away, does it get goofed up? It sort of does. Sort of does. And, okay, I'll take away these two also. But you know what? Like, I'm kind of okay with it. We could just take that away. Yeah, we'll do that. There. Now, how's this look? Look at that. What a cool little pirate town that they cruise into here. I really like it. Oh, and then, let's see. Do we want to put anything over here on these ones coming up the hill to greet them? I guess we sort of could. Let's grab this one. Okay. And let's see. Now this is getting a little tricky because we're kind of running out of room, right? But it still looks okay. Okay, now on this one, I think what we'll do... okay, all this stuff over here, I think we'll... okay, let's edit, get the pots. I really wish there was a way to select movement axes that were lined up with the building. That would be cool. Because the only movement axes you get are the global axes or like the relative axes to whatever you have selected. And if you have just one item selected, it's not so bad. But if you have multiple items, it's kind of a pain. It'd be really cool if you could do a third axes that was relative to the building grid. That would make things easier, I think. But these will fit in right there. And these two are a little low. Let's lift them. Can't really see the other one, so it doesn't matter. And then let's take all this stuff, all of it, and we'll just move it. Let's see. Why not move it over here like this? And then I think we can get rid of this piece of wood in the back there. I almost feel like kind of like need a rock or something in front of it to make it seem like it can actually sit there the way we have it. Let's see, reset filters. It's like a tiny rock, right? And then if we and now if we terrain pull, we can't pull anymore because of the path. Okay, but you know what? I like it. And we got a floating flower pot. We do. Okay. And then these look okay. So let's see. What did we end up with, right? So let's do a drive-by, a flyby. Okay, so from down here, look at this. From down here, you get this, okay, people are about this tall. You get this ominous looking, just tall building. You cruise up. This spooky sign, it says keep out. And yeah, this is great. This is great. Sign's awfully tall. There we go. And we'll just keep cruising through. We got this. And this over here, like, you don't really see this until you walk down and board the monorail on this side. And you don't really see these. Okay, yeah, this is cool. Let's do it with the lights off, just to see. You know, because I think that's important. Let's do it like this. Turn off the interface. I finally figured out how to turn off the interface a little while ago because I've been making better thumbnails for all my videos. And yeah, this is cool. It's a little bright though. You know, with all the buildings together, it gets a little too bright. So let's think about what lights we want to take away. I think we want to take away this one. You're gone. Okay. And then let's see. God, this one light is really bright, isn't it? Oh man, I wish we could like turn it down a little bit. Okay, and then I think we'll get rid of that one right there. And we got two really good light sources right here. I almost feel like we could get rid of one, right? What happens if we get rid of that, and that? See, I almost prefer that because then it really lets the glow from these ones kind of reach a little bit further. And plus, we do have these lights up here. That's another reason why these were so lit up. What happens if we... what happens if we do that? Yeah, you know, I kind of like that a little bit more because it allows the cool lighting, the cool color that comes off of these little netted orbs, kind of reach a little bit farther. And then, of course, this is really bright. And you know, I think we could get rid of okay, that one over there. It doesn't seem like it's necessary. And then this particular light, we want the red arrow. Kind of go like this. Right under the flag? No, but I think it is the flag that should move, and not the torch. Because I think the flag should go right, or the light should go right there. Okay. And then, you know, because we got this, maybe we can just get rid of that. And then what happens if we get rid of this? What happens if we get rid of that? There, okay, I like that. So as you come through here, get the really bright light. And then, you know, a little bit darker, a little bit cooler over here with these. And then it brightens up a little bit. And then we got the nice cool lighting again. And by cool, I mean just colors that aren't so bright. You know, like orange, yellow, red, those are bright colors. And then cool colors are more like greens and blue. So, you know, I like the way that looks. And then we could probably just nix off a couple of those lights. Ooh, look at this. This one is floating. We can get rid of that light way up there. Okay, some of these, when I designed them, you know, they were kind of meant to be, I don't know, kind of standing alone. Here's another one of these ones that's floating. Now the perfectionist in me wants to go back and fix that in the blueprint, because I do have the blueprint on the workshop, but the lazy person in me says forget about it. Oh boy. I think, and this is floating. Why is this floating? How did this end up floating? The one over there is not floating. Boy, that is some sloppy craftsmanship by yours truly, is it not? And let's get rid of that thing. It's way too much light. Why is there a lantern over there anyways? Why would there be a lantern over there? Okay, with all the extra lighting we got, we can get rid of that one. And this is kind of nice too, because it helps to, you know, cut down a little bit on the lighting effects that the game engine has to calculate. You know, might make things a little bit more performant. Okay. We get a lot of light up here. Oh yeah, because this thing. All right, let's get rid of the one on top, right? And let's get rid of the super bright light over here, and let's replace it with the net light. The heck? Okay. And what do? We lift it up. Red arrow. There we go. I like that. I do. I like that. I think that looks good. And what else can we do here? I'm still kind of torn. Okay, I think the lighting is good, right? We can ignore that now. I'm a little bit torn with how to handle the slopes going down over here. I do have an idea, a pretty good idea actually, of what we can do on this side. I'm not so certain what we'll be doing on this side. How to handle the decorations, the scenery going down here, and keeping things looking cohesive. Got a pretty decent idea for over here, but not for the other side. And one of the other things we wanted to do is we need to fix this path. So maybe we should do that now. And let's go ahead and get our paths, because I do want the path on top of the castle roof like we did over here, because it just adds more texture to the floor. And so let's see. Let's get our queue. And we'll delete, 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 delete. Okay. And now we will select this building, and we need to find a good tile piece. This is a good one. We'll duplicate that. And actually, now we'll set it over there. And then we'll go back to paths, get our queue. We're going to use the cobblestone, select grid. There. And then we can deselect the grid. And let's see, let's make it longer. Get a nice little curve on it. It's sloping downward. Okay, so this is the same problem we had on the other side. So we have to just like drop this down a little bit. And how far is a little bit? I don't know. Okay, so let's see. Paths. Paths, select grid. No. Okay, let's see. So that's where that piece was. Okay, there we go. So that looks good. And then now let's lift this guy up just a little bit more. Cancel. No, what we should be doing is we should be pushing the terrain down. That's what we should do. But we cannot because we put a path on it. Now we got to fight with this stupid path stuff again. Okay. Erase, erase, erase. Erase, erase, erase. Erase, erase. Erase. We'll figure it out, don't worry. Okay, so how do we fix this? We go back to path, we go back to queue. And now what's it doing? It's dropping to the ground is what it's doing, isn't it? It is. Don't like that. Select grid. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. Try again. Okay, right there, right in the middle, right? Except it's not on top of the why is it not on top? Select grid. Must have got the wrong one. No, it's not putting it on top. Why is it not putting it on top? What is it doing? Is it... Okay, we have to like... Oh, we can't fly down in there. Maybe what it did is it set it on the ground. Okay, let's try again. We got to push the terrain down further, I guess. Okay, we'll just... There, that was probably bad. Okay, let's see how far down it actually went. Yeah, it went way down. Okay, let's try again. Paths, queue, select grid. Yeah, okay, that's what happened. It stuck itself to the ground. Now, strange that, you know, these will connect to themselves. Okay, and then paths, delete, delete. Terrain. Does it, do we notice that it looks bad over here? We do not. And so let's go back to paths. Let's try the queue. Okay. And now over here. What are we going to do about over here? What do we do about over here? We go paths and terrain is what I meant. And let's see, what do we do? Now, are we going to be able to get this path cruising over here at all? Is it going to work? Okay, that's right. Now I remember what happens. So what happens is, if we clear this out, and then we draw the path, the queue, it will eventually, we got to choose where we want it to snap down to the terrain, right? And that is not what we want, because people are going to trip and fall. Now, let's see. Can we make it longer? No. Terrain 2 and even for path. Okay, so here we go again. Back with this crud. Smooth. And there is also a really annoying bug in this game. It has to be a bug. I don't know what else it could be. It's got to be a bug. Where your guests occasionally just like get stuck right where they're walking. And I have had this happen on my other parks. And oddly enough, I seem to notice it happening the most often on stairs. So I'm very hesitant to place stairs like this for queues. Because, you know, it's kind of okay if people get stuck on stairs that, like, move them from point A to point B. It's a big problem if they get stuck on stairs that are part of a queue. That I don't like, and I don't want to deal with. But I just don't know if we're going to have that. I'd prefer slopes, but I guess it could happen no matter what, right? I guess it could. Okay, now is there... Now, how much did that slope? And we get stairs again. Okay, so let's look at this abomination here. Well, if you got a bad leg or you're in a wheelchair, you're kind of in trouble, aren't you? Aren't you? Da, 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 da. Let's see. I do kind of like it. Now, what happens here when we try to bring the terrain back up? Because this is where we're going to get our problem, right? With the stupid terrain. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Ye gads. Okay. Okay, well, let's just fill it in and then, you know, see what we get left with. Terrain. Flatten the foundation. Okay. And, okay, so where do we need to clean this up? We need to clean it up right here at the corner. Ooh, I don't like that. Don't like that. Oh boy, okay, let's see. How do we fix this up? How do we fix it up and make it not so ugly? One of the mini challenges that we are faced with in this game. Okay. Okay. Yes, this is how we fix it. We set him here. We split from the building. I don't know why this didn't, like, you know, just pop into my head earlier as a solution. It's not like we didn't do this before in the Hidden Temple attraction, right? Did this all over the place in that thing. Okay, and then we need to lower this down just a tiny bit because it will get all graphically glitched. Nope. Oh, we can't. All right, whatever, it's fine. And then we go into this one and we duplicate and we split. And now we can slide this one over for just this little gap. No, I think we could just like put a rock on it or a bush. We'll just put a rock or a bush on that. Okay. What do we do here? What do we do here? Put some rocks? Put some rocks underneath it? I'm feeling rocks. Rocks could do it. let's see. Okay, I think we need to go like across to about here. So, or maybe here. So I think we can get rid of that. Move these. Split. Actually, just delete that. Makes more sense to duplicate this building because it's already kind of in the correct line, sort of. I guess not. Let's see. Okay, and then let's drop it down just a tiny bit. I don't like that there's these jaggies in here, but just kind of have to ignore those. Okay, there we go. And, you know, that's not terrible. It's not so bad. Do we want to squeeze one more building in over here? I think we could. Let's just grab, this one. This is the last thing they see as they leave. Yeah, I'll turn it this way. Okay. And I guess what we could do then is edit. We'll just drag these down a little bit more. There we go. And you know, now that we've done that, I kind of feel like we should take these ones. We should make them part of this building, huh? Okay. And we'll do like that. So I kind of like it. You know, I'm okay with it. And now what do we do? So what we do here to fix up how crappy this looks is we break out our terrain editor and we're going to pull up in here. Okay, we're going to join this thing up. We'll just bury this. We'll just bury it. It's like a body we got to get rid of. Nobody should see that. Bury it. Okay. And I don't know what else we'll do in here, but for now I'm just going to kind of like... For now, I'm just doing that, okay? That's as far as I can think about it. And then what we should do is... We got to do something about this, right? It's like, let's move these around. Okay, and that helps to like fill this in a little bit more. Okay. And let's see. How do we do the rest of this? Kind of scratching my head here. Okay, so we can get rid of both of those. And we could even probably get rid of some stuff over here. Yeah, we can get rid of like... we could get rid of that one. Yeah, no one's going to really see that as you go by. And then what we'll do is we'll just go terrain. And then we'll get our... Where's our chisel? And we'll just kind of like... Kind of big. Okay, and then before we put anything else down here to kind of like mask it or anything like that, let's just kind of do some roughing. Kind of get a better idea of exactly how the natural terrain will look before we go in and start mucking about with like scenery pieces to make it look better, right? That seems like a reasonable way to go about this. Because once we get this kind of looking the way it's going to look, then we won't even go back in and do anything with it. It'll be done, okay? And I don't like the jagged guy here, so can we smooth you down a little bit? That was a kind of a big brush for smoothing. Okay, let's get a little bit smaller there. And now let's go ahead and get our rock and our natural rock, high intensity, big brush. Okay. Some of this will change, of course, but for now. And then low intensity, and just kind of like real quick. Okay, real quick. And then we'll do like maybe a little bit stronger up here and a little bit stronger right there. And then over here, okay, let's kind of intensify the rock texture. Okay, and then same treatment. Okay. And so how does that look, right? Does it look okay? Oh, and then, yeah. Oh, man, our buildings. Okay. We dropped the ground, so now we got to drop the buildings. That's good. That one could go a little lower. This one looks okay on that side, but the front does not look good. Okay. And what about over here? Would we get stuck with over here? Is that floating? It is floating. What the heck was that? Oh, it's a bird shadow. I thought it was a lizard. I thought a lizard came flying out of the building. Okay. I swear it looked just like a lizard. I seriously thought they had added like lizards to the game. They should. There should be lizards. There should be little lizards that like scurry around on the rocks and stuff. All right. I'm still kind of laughing about that. Oh boy. And then of course with the end of summer here and the weather being still warm, there's a ton of lizards running around in the backyard every time I go out there. And then we have a pet lizard, and I just cleaned her cage and fed her and gave her a nice bath today. So I got lizards on the brain. She's a bearded dragon for anybody that's curious. She's about 3 years old, and probably about 18 inches head to tip of tail. Her body to and her head is probably like 9 inches or so. She's a pretty good sized lizard. Sharp nails too. Don't piss her off. All right, so then what I think we need to do is if we just take some of the scenery rocks and just like shove them in there. So let's do that, and we'll make them part of this building. Let's see where they at. Tropical? No, that's not tropical. This is tropical. Okay, these large tropical rocks, right? So we'll just do this. No, don't add it to that building. Keep it as part of this building. All right. And then let's get into, this is that gigantic one, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. God, why are the tropical rocks so big? It's like one artist made the tropical rocks, and then a different artist made all the other ones, and they couldn't agree on what was big and what was small. That's how it feels. I mean, it's not terrible. but I mean, look at this, okay? Look at the difference here. Small and small, okay? And then let's find the other small rocks. Let's see. Okay, this one's about the correct small. Deciduous small. I mean, look at all these little rocks. Okay, this is small. These are actually small. That one is almost in this. It's about the size of that one. But the rest of these. Okay, here we go. There's a not so small rock. And there's another not so small rock. But if you look at the other tropical rocks compared to everything else, look at this thing. Okay, this thing's he's pretty good size. Look at this monster. All right, why am I wasting time with that? The tropical rocks, they're just... I wish they had a few more that were small, and then a few that seemed like they were more in line with the rest of the rocks. Let's add some of our bushes. Got to add the scaevola in here. That's what's going to finish this off, right? That's going to complete the effect. Okay, we'll just like... just kind of throw them in here very poorly, and then we'll fix them in a second. Okay. All right. And let's see. Move the and then this one. And then these ones, let's see. And I do think this is looking pretty good, huh? Looks all right. Let's see. Just gonna get this last guy here. Tilt it down and drop it a little bit. And this one, I think we can just kind of poke up the side like that. Okay, let's look at how that looks. And I want to do a little bit more kind of over here. Okay, let's get some more of them. Not the scaevola, but there's one more. And then I think we're going to kind of call this done, okay? So we'll just drop this in here. Okay, and then we'll put some down here a little bit closer to the path. Okay, and then when you take the scaevola and you connect it up like where the roots are, or these little branches, then it looks very realistic all of a sudden. Okay. Yeah, I like that. And let's get a little bit more on this side. Okay, and we'll lift up a little bit. Lift up. Now this one we're not going to lift up because it'll then intersect through the path. And now where is our scaevola? Yeah, look at this. And I think we should paint the terrain a little bit rockier. Just right in here. And right in here. And then, let's see, do we want to do this rock? Yeah, okay. Or maybe we want grass. Let's see. Okay, let's go back to the rock. Okay, we gotta line something up to this. Okay, so maybe maybe the tropical leaves a little bit in here. Maybe. Let's go real low and real small. Okay. And this episode's getting really long, but I just want to... We're so close, I kind of just want to see what does it look like. You know? And then let's up the intensity a little bit, like on the ground. And so we get the rock and the grass and this leafy texture all coming together, right? And let's intensify the grass and like... Okay. So that's it for the episode. Let's just do one flyby here. See what it looks like as you walk up this thing. You know, it looks okay. It's not terrible. Bunch of bushes, right? Let me get up here. It's growing up the side there. They've built right up into the right up against the rocks. That's fine. That looks okay. And it looks okay on this side. Okay, we can fix that. And then we cruise along here, and it's looking good. I think if we go back and like make these look more like planters at some point, that would be good to do also. And let's select all of this because. Okay, not everything's selected here. Okay, turn that off. And there should just be... Okay, I just want one building. Ah, yes. Okay, this building is... Okay, 2 buildings. Where's the third building? Where's the third building? I want to... Oh, man, I want to add all the scenery to a building. What building is... Oh, it's this one, the monorail station. Okay. There. Now all of this is part of... All this plant life and stuff is part of that building right there. Okay, that's it for the episode. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time, and have a great afternoon.